here we go. Let's see. Ta-da! I don't know that the lighting is necessarily any better. Yeah, that didn't help much, did it? But we're going to try flipping the camera around. See if that helps a little. And try cleaning off our glasses first is what we're going to do. That's a little foggy scary. Anyways, today I'm going to be giving Lotus Blossom by Nature's Garden a go in soap. I've got my lye mix with my sodium lactate and milk and lime already done. I have never, I know, not a word, I know I should have done like a test run first. Sometimes I get a wild hair though, you know, so, and I love how this one smells. And online it says no acceleration, behave perfectly, perfect pour, no ricing, it has some good reviews. So we're going to give this a shot. Everything is super chilly. These are like 100 degrees. I did actually temp them. I'd put money on my lye mix is like 75, 80. It might be a little warmer. It's not very warm. Oh, I'm holding this bucket now. This cup, it's probably about 85. But, so soaping cold with it. I figure we'll do a hanger swirl. Try to get some layers in there. Of course, if things get crazy, it might end up being a spoon swirl, or if they get really super crazy, it might just be what it is, in which case, more than likely, I will be very sad. So, I'm hoping though that, you know, everything's on my side. It has been a beautiful day. Weather is a little bit cooler finally. Like I said, just knock on wood. Where's my mold? Everything's on my side here to make some beautiful soap. And with the exception of a few moments, that really, I mean, it wasn't the soap so much. It's just, you know, silly things on my part. I would say really overall, lately, hang on. Flop that stuff in the sink over there because it's easier to clean it off quicker over there. Overall, lately, what I was saying was, my soap's done really well for me. So here goes. We'll just knock that down to emulsified. What we're going to call that. Is that a good stir all the way to the bottom? I would say at this moment, for me, fragrance-free, things are going good. So what was I saying? Oh, the design. Hanger swirl. With pink, yellow, well actually it's gold mica. The base will be primarily like white and a little bit of chromium oxide green. The pink will be that new raspberry pink, like a really bright pink. What I was thinking was I had looked up one, actually put a little bit back for each one. I want really thin lines of color in this thing, with it mostly kind of pale, soapy white. I had looked up Lotus Blossoms online, and let's start with the white and blend that in real good before we add the fragrance. There was a few that were like yellow, like the flower was yellow, and there was one where the flower was this bright, bright pink. I mean, it was almost unnaturally bright pink for a flower. It was really pretty. But quite a few, drop, 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 drop. Quite a few of the Lotus Blossoms that I saw online. Alright, hang on, here we go. Were actually, they all had a yellow center, bright yellow, but quite a few of the actual flowers, well, and that'll hold that, had white petals with just pink on the edges. And to me, I mean, I know that's not everybody. I know some people like the bright colors, but to me, those were really the most elegant flowers that I had seen. So, what I'm thinking is, I'll go with that. I'll just rock it, you know. A little bit of bright pink, but mostly, and a little bit of green and yellow, but mostly the white, because this really is a really good, but relatively simple fragrance. You know, it's floral. It's got all the complexities of floral stuff. Because what flowers are simple? Flowers are incredibly amazing, especially the way they smell, but just in their beauty and just everything about flower. I love outside. I love flowers. I'm silly. Considering I can't keep stuff outside alive, I know that's like double, triple silly. So, I know. I'm a silly goose. It's okay. Maybe a little more gold. But anyways, the point being, it's not like crazy 15 kinds of flowers. It's just Lotus Blossom. That's all there is to it. So I don't want to do anything crazy with the design. And I've done a lot of really solid, like, heavily colored stuff the last couple days. And some of it is just out of that necessity, like vanillin, stuff with tons of vanillin in it, like pink sugar, is going to be a dark brown soap. There's no fixing that in cold process soap. So, we're going to do just a wee little drop, like literally with the spoon, a drop of yellow oxide and see where that takes us. Okay, that's better. It's still got that light shimmery yellow from the mica. And I know some of the shimmer comes out in the soap, but not all of it. Well, I say like comes out, but is apparent. But it's not the same as if it were like a clear melt and pour. So, that said, moving on. Okay, this pink. Let's see if I can. I love this pink. Can y'all see that? It is pink with very little. Like a third of a spoonful. Pink. And it'll cure a little bit less pink. Like a little bit less neon. But it's really pretty pink. Mixes in really well. Probably not going to hit that with a stick blender. Definitely going to put the lid back on that. Disperses well in oil. Double check this one. Yeah. Give that a stir. Keep it moving. So, anyways, I don't really recall what I was saying. Ha! I forgot what I was saying. I was rambling. I think I was rambling on about my pink and how much I liked it. Trying to decide if I want it like blue-green or if I want it green-green. I think I want it just a little bit green-green, so I'm pretty sure that's not a color you're going to find in the Crayola box, green-green. However, in my house, in my designated soaping area, green-green exists. It's right here. I don't want it like dark, dark. I can always add a little bit of that white soap if I have to. But I just want it not so blue. I still want some blue to it. I guess I could have gone the other direction and made it like a bright yellowy green. But I think that's good. Who am I kidding? Soap is an art, but I'm not an artist like all that. I'm eclectic and crazy. I'm like something bad from the late 80s, early 90s. And someone's here, and I'm not really sure who it is. And I'll be really sad if they interrupt us. We are mid-video. But let's see how this, oh, I know what I was going in there for. I wanted to see how this fragrance would do first. So I just wanted to get like a dropper full. Because I figure about a dropper full in these colors. I basically weighed less fragrance than I needed for the whole batch because I knew I was only going to put it in that. But so far it's not doing anything crazy. So we'll fragrance our colors a little bit. And we'll see what we get. So far so good. Okay. Well then. Alright, let's get scary with it. Floral, and it's a new one. Let's see what we get. We'll just whip that in with the whisk really well. Okay, that's not bad at all. I mean, considering that I had not necessarily blended the heck out of it, but I blended it up pretty good because I put that white in it. That's not bad. Maybe a smidge. Of course the phone is ringing. Okay, either they know I'm in here making soap. I'm not really sure. And see, it's thin. My soap is never thin. That's a miracle. They might be here to do work on that tree that fell down, if y'all watch the YouTube videos. The tree kind of did this crazy throw a limb from the very, very top of this giant oak tree thing at the house. I mean, that's what it looked like. It looked like it just threw a big old baby tree off of itself. Kind of like, and ironically enough, another blogger had posted about Wizard of Oz soap. Alright, imagine those trees in the old school Wizard of Oz, because I haven't seen the new one. The ones that threw the apples. Imagine those, but throwing trees at Dorothy. That's kind of what this one did the other night. It threw a tree at the house. And I don't know if it did it out of anger or because it was sad, because no one asked if it was feeling happy that day. I don't know what's up with this oak tree. I mean, it's probably just sick, old, and dying, right? It is what it is. But we shall continue on with our soup. I guess I could have stuck the blender in and whipped these up a little thicker, eh? And and they'd probably go on a little better. Float a little more. But I'm okay spooning stuff. I mean, I certainly don't have the world's steadiest hands, and I don't know what's going on out in my yard. Just trying to make my soap, make the video, y'all. But I'm just trying to get this in there. I don't want, like, I do want to do a hanger swirl. I want it to have that up and down. I think I was saying this earlier. Because Lotus Blossoms tend to have very sharp, pointy leaves. Like, they're very rounded at the base, but they come up to a point at the top. So, just do straight yellow. So I wanted to do a hanger swirl, preferably over a spoon swirl, because the hanger swirl tends to give it more of that up and down, which probably doesn't make any sense, but you'll see when I cut it what I mean, I hope. I don't know what the heck they're doing out in my yard. We'll find out later. Probably have a horse out or something. And here I am making soap. I'm telling you, 9 out of 10 times, I can't get a batch of soap done without something happening. That's okay. At least I have a little action in my day, right? It's not totally boring and bland. I'm trying to decide if I want to save a little for the top or not. A little, but not that much, maybe. Just a wee drizzle. Yeah, I mean, the one I put the most fragrance in, but I blended this one the most. Normally I blend my colors, and today I was trying not to do that. I was trying to not overblend. I was being good. And it's definitely got a little bit of sink-inage of soap because I'm working quick. I hadn't planned on people showing up, and God only knows if they're working on that tree. I'm always a little bit afraid it's going to come down. So this soap may not come out at all like I want. So I'm terrified they're going to be like, okay, you got to get out of the house because we're taking the tree down right now. Okay, right now is bad, y'all. I can't stop while I'm making soap, you know? Yeah, it's setting up a little bit, but I have been poking at it. But I would say, especially the ones that I just, you know, brought to emulsification and then added the color by spooning the color in, definitely behaving very well. But even, see how workable the pudding that I call soap batter is? That is not bad. I'm a little afraid the chainsaw is going to start up while I'm making the video, guys. It's frazzled me. And I have a lady who wants to come this afternoon and buy soap. She's close. She's one of my clients that lives like right down the road. And I don't, you know, y'all want to come on out to the house, come on out, you know. I know where I've done work for her, kind of, sort of, helped her just bud a baby goat, drew blood on her goats, so she could get her CAE testing done and her CL, and she knows they're negative now, which is good, yay. But she just wanted that peace of mind, you know, because she'd never tested her goats, so I helped her do all that. And she came out before we disbudded her first baby goat. Well, it wasn't her first baby goat, but it was the first one we disbudded for her, more correctly put, I suppose. She came out to see mine, you know, because I said, we can come out and see the job we've done on our own. And from there, let's go ahead and swirl this before they start up any chainsaws or get acting all crazy or anything. For there, it's a crooked table. When she was here at the house, she was like, oh, you make soap? Yes. makes it. I sold her some soap. She sent me an email the other night that she was out. Told her come on by. Drop this in the other sink. I'll tell you, outside they're probably wondering who I'm talking to in here. Let me go whack this down on the counter real good a few times. I'm making some! Do you hear me looking like I'm making some? I'm almost done. So, anyways, she's coming by. Hopefully there won't be a tree on the house when she comes. I think we'll just do a swishy swishy top. I don't know what we're going to do. I should have saved a little more green, I think, but... And I probably should have done it more a pale pink now that I smell it, but, which probably sounds so weird. I smell pink. But that's okay. That's okay. And of course I didn't... Do I want to... Yeah, we'll do a swishy top. We'll go sideways, like. I've done a lot of back and forth, like perfectly perpendicular stuff lately. Oops, I just flung that all down my shirt. That's why you wear clothes when you're making soap, because it would hurt otherwise. So, glitter. Let's see if we can rock a little iridescent brambleberry glitter here. Probably really doesn't need any iridescent glitter. And, bless me, that was a cough, not a sneeze. I turned my head. I promise I didn't cough on my soap. That's actually really kind of pretty. I have this urge to put more and more glitter on it, but I won't. I will resist. So here we are, Lotus Blossom. Raw and uncut. I'm going to go set this up and make sure that there's not a tree fixing to come through my house.